Hi everyone, some huge news has come out of the US recently regarding crypto, just a few days after Trump became the new president of the United States of America and his administration started. And this could have a large impact on the crypto market going into 2025, with most people predicting the top of the market this year. But what exactly has Trump and the United States actually announced about crypto so far is the question we're going to be looking to answer in this video. So stick around to the end of this video to find out what services CoinKnowledge offers. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel so I can continue to offer more content for you in future. Just a quick reminder that nothing contained here is financial advice, and let's jump straight in. Firstly, the SEC published on the 23rd of January, New Staff Accounting Bulletin, or SAB, number 122, which rescinded the previous SAB 121, which set rules for banks and other financial firms wanting to hold crypto or offer crypto services as part of Operation Choke Point 2.0 against crypto. And I've included a link to both SAB 121 and 122 in the description of this video if you want to check them out. Under the previous SAB 121, which was put in place on the 11th of April 2022, you can see here that this expressed the views of the SEC staff regarding the accounting for obligations to safeguard crypto assets that an entity holds for platform users. So banks basically had to add crypto assets and details onto their own balance sheets as liabilities, as well as other safeguarding obligations, which, put simply, prevented banks and Wall Street firms from directly adopting crypto or offering crypto services, and which was therefore understandably criticised roundly. This SAB 121 was called interpretive guidance by the SEC for entities to consider, which was worded poorly. And it was this section called FF, which was followed by questions and answers by the SEC containing its guidance, that caused all the issues. Efforts to overturn SAB 121 gained bipartisan support in Congress in 2024 for former President Joe Biden to then veto this proposed legislation. But now, SAB 121 has been rescinded, allowing US banks to custody Bitcoin and crypto, because SAB 122 directs banks to use the normal Financial Accounting Standards Board rules or International Accounting Standard provisions. The SEC does still remind banks and other financial institutions that they should continue to provide disclosures that allow investors to understand the bank's obligation to safeguard crypto assets held for others. SEC Commissioner Hester Peirce, who's opposed SAB 121 for a long time after its adoption in 2022, said to this, "Bye-bye SAB 121, it's not been fun." And Cynthia Lummis called SAB 121 disastrous for the banking industry, stunting innovation and advancement of digital assets. So this news, released 3 days after Trump officially became president, will likely lead to even more institutional investment into Bitcoin and crypto, which is of course bullish for its price, given increased demand when the supply is limited. But let's move on now and look at the presidential executive order that Trump signed on January the 23rd, called Strengthening American Leadership in Digital Financial Technology. And I've included a link to this in the description of this video if you want to check it out. Section 1 of this executive order lays out the purpose and broad policies, which include the words promoting, protecting, and providing clarity quite a lot. But in this section, there is specific mention of allowing individuals and private sector entities to access blockchains without persecution and unlawful censorship, to maintain self-custody of digital assets, to grow dollar-backed stablecoins worldwide, to allow fair and open access to banking services, to provide regulatory clarity, and finally, to ban the creation, issuance, circulation, and use of a central bank digital currency, or CBDC. Section 2 in the executive order is definitions of key terms, such as digital asset, blockchain, and central bank digital currency. Section 3 is where Trump revokes the previous executive order and framework on digital assets from the 7th of July 2022, with the Secretary of the Treasury, Scott Bessent, who's also pro-crypto, directed to immediately revoke the Department of the Treasury's framework for international engagement on digital assets. Section 4 confirms the creation of the President's Working Group on Digital Asset Markets that will sit within the National Economic Council. This will be chaired by the Special Advisor for AI and Crypto, otherwise known as the Crypto Tsar, and included in the working group will be the Secretary of the Treasury, the Attorney General, the Secretary of Commerce, the Secretary of Homeland Security, the Director of the Office of Management and Budget, or OMB, the Assistant to the President for National Security Affairs, or NSA, the Assistant to the President for National Economic Policy, or APEP, the Assistant to the President for Science and Technology, the Homeland Security Advisor, the Chairman of the Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC, and the Chairman of the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, or CFTC, bringing all these people together on AI and crypto. But they will hold public hearings and invite experts in digital assets and digital markets to meetings. Trump has given each department of the working group on digital asset markets deadlines of 1 month, 2 months, and 6 months, 30 days to identify all regulations, documents, and orders that affect the digital asset sector, 60 days to submit recommendations to the chair, whether these regulations, documents, etc. should be rescinded, modified, or adopted into a regulation, and 180 days to submit a report through the Assistant to the President for National Economic Policy to specifically recommend regulatory and legislative proposals that advance digital asset policies, focusing on a federal regulatory framework surrounding digital assets, stablecoins in the United States, a national digital asset stockpile, including criteria for this, with this potentially coming from cryptocurrencies seized by the federal government through its law enforcement efforts, with this obviously being a specific mention to the strategic Bitcoin reserve. So expect news on that in just over 6 months or 180 days, when proposals have been put forward by the working group. And the final section I'll mention is Section 5, which is where Trump bans the use of central bank digital currencies in the United States or abroad, with any existing plans for a CBDC needing to be immediately terminated, with no further actions that may be taken to develop or implement such plans or initiatives. So that's a detailed overview of Trump's executive order. And to summarize, Trump and his administration have opened up access to crypto for banks, put together a working group for crypto and AI in a first for the US, specifically mentioned stablecoins, a potential US-held crypto reserve, and said that there won't be a CBDC in the US under his leadership. So bullish for the crypto market and crypto in the United States. But that ends this video, and as always, I'd love to know what you think in the comments below. Just a reminder that if you are interested in more of a tailored approach to your crypto education, and you think you'd benefit from having someone look over your shoulder and guide you on your journey, I do offer one-to-one coaching to those who have the desire and the means to educate themselves further. And there are links in the description where you can message me and book in a free video call to see if we'd be a good fit. You can sign up for a free account with Coinly using the link in the description to this video, which is one of the best automated crypto tax platforms out there. If you're looking for more specific crypto tax advice based on your personal circumstances, I've partnered with a leading crypto tax company in Miner, which is part of the company Nephos, that offers other services such as wealth management, restructuring, offshoring, etc. But I'll leave a link to contact them directly in the description to this video. I've also included a link to Trezor's website in the description for anyone looking for one of the best hardware wallets or cold storage out there, with 2 new models released recently in the Trezor Safe 3 and Trezor Safe 5 that I actually did a video on recently that you can find the link to here and in the description. And finally, if you're looking for a portfolio tracker for your crypto portfolio, then I've included a link to CoinStats in the description to this video, which is the leading crypto and Bitcoin tracker on the market. And if you found this content interesting, please do like the video and subscribe to the channel, as it really does help. And have a great day.